1MDB has sparked embezzlement and money laundering investigations across
one of the
at least
biggest
10
corruption
countries.
scandals the world has ever seen.
What may be the biggest financial scam in history.
A number of corrupt 1MDB officials treated this public trust as a personal bank account.
Follow us as we bring you into the courtroom where the biggest financial scandal in Malaysian history is being heard. It's Wednesday evening, 19th May 2021, and you're listening to the latest update from today's 1MDB Tanor trial by the Malaysian Insight. I'm Patrick Teo. Former 1MDB Chief Executive Officer Muhammad Hazem Abdul Rahman told the court today he had no answers to the reasons behind purported transfers from the company to a subsidiary, the 1MDB Global Investment Limited, or GIL. Ex-Prime Minister Najib Razak, 67, is currently on trial for 4 counts of abuse of power and 21 counts of money laundering involving 2.28 billion ringgit in public funds. The trial started at 2:20 p.m. and adjourned at 3:40 p.m. During that hour, Defence Counsel Wan Izzuddin Wan Muhammad cross-examined former 1MDB Chief Executive Officer Muhammad Hazem Abdul Rahman on a number of money movements. Hazem, age 47, is the 10th prosecution witness. Hazem had said that a large amount of the $3 billion bond that went into 1MDB Global Investment Limited's account was debited after 3 days. It was previously reported that 1MDB GIL was established in the British Virgin Islands on March 8, 2013. The company was a special purpose vehicle set up to issue a $3 billion bond, equivalent to 12.11 billion ringgit, for a joint venture between 1MDB and Abu Dhabi Malaysia Investment Company. Hazem agreed that there were transactions worth millions to charity organisation Yayasan Rakyat Wan Malaysia and other entities without authorization from 1MDB. Yayasan received $35 million from the total of $3 billion. When the lawyer inquired about it, Hazem said he cannot recall why the money was transferred to Yayasan. Wan Izzuddin also asked Hazem about a $35 million transfer to a Penang-based firm. Hazem admitted that this transfer was also not approved by the 1MDB board. Wan Izzuddin then asked Hazem about Brazen Sky Limited and a transfer of $1.5 million of the $3 billion bond in 1MDB GIL's account to Brazen Sky. Hazem explained that Brazen Sky belonged to 1MDB, where the Middle Eastern funds were kept. But Hazem said he did not know why the money was transferred. The lawyer then proceeded to inquire about a $121 million transfer to AmBank. Hazem said he had no knowledge of the transfer purpose. Wan Izzuddin told Hazem that the 1MDB GIL account was overdrawn by $2 million after all of the transfers that happened in 2013. And in 2014, there were incoming payments to 1MDB GIL of $90 million from 1MDB. Hazem said he cannot recall it. According to Hazem, no board approval was required for transfers of money from 1MDB to 1MDB GIL because the latter was a subsidiary of 1MDB. Wan Izzuddin replied that 1MDB GIL was a special purpose vehicle only and should not be receiving money. Judge Colin Lawrence Sequeira then stood down for 10 minutes. The court had heard Judge Colin coughing and wheezing. When the trial resumed, Wan Izzuddin asked Hazem to examine the signatures of former 1MDB Chief Financial Officer Azmi Tahir and former Executive Director of Finance Terence Gay, who was an associate of Joe Low. Hazem had confirmed in a previous trial session that apart from him, Azmi and Terence were also appointed as authorized signatories in 1MDB GIL. The lawyer asked Hazem if their signatures on the key bank documents for money transfers were cut and pasted. The prosecutor interrupted that Hazem is not a handwriting expert. Judge Collin also called the defense to raise the issue during oral submissions at the end of the prosecution's stage of trial. Hazem said that although he is not an expert, he picked up 2 documents with Terrence's signatures and said they don't look identical, pinpointing to a specific curve as an example. The prosecution had contended earlier that the monetary transfers out of 1MDB GIL was part of an elaborate charade to allow Najib to obtain gratification. Among these is the alleged outflow of funds from 1MDB GIL to 2 entities, being Systemic Investment Fund and Devonshire Funds Limited. The 1MDB Tanor trial will continue tomorrow at the Kuala Lumpur High Court. Thank you for listening. This podcast was brought to you by the Malaysian Insight. It was written by Hayley Chung Wee Kee, and I'm Patrick Teo.